Let's take it to Enugu State, where Governor Peter Mbah has presented the proposed 1.62 trillion naira appropriation bill for the 2026 fiscal year to the State House of Assembly for consideration. The 2026 appropriation bill questioned the budget of renewed momentum. Senior reporter Bamidele Ajayi has the story.
The procession of the Speaker and members of Enugu House of Assembly into the chamber signaled the commencement of proceedings. After announcing the business of the day, Governor Mbah was invited into the chamber to fulfill the constitutional responsibility of presenting the fiscal plan for the coming year. The governor reviewed the 2025 budget performance, noting an impressive 85% implementation rate as of October 2025. He then proceeded with a detailed sector-by-sector breakdown before formally laying the 2026 appropriation bill before the House. The key priority areas of the 2026 fiscal year include education, health, transportation, housing, agriculture, security, and modern infrastructure development, all geared towards delivering what the administration described as the Enugu of their dream.
With these initiatives in mind, and with our commitment to keep Enugu firmly on its growth path, we have proposed a total budget size of 1.62 trillion naira.
Governor Mbah announced the projected revenue framework: IGR 870 billion, FAC 387 billion, budget deficit financing none, recurrent expenditure 321.305 billion naira at 20%, capital expenditure 1.33 trillion naira at 80%. Total budget side of 1.62 trillion naira, a 66.5% increase over the 2025 fiscal budget. Social sector allocation, education at 32.27%, health at 10%.
We will, of course, complete the 40-kilometer Owo, Obaho, Amankanu, Neke, Ikem dual carriageway, opening a new gateway to the North Central region. We will construct additional 5 new transport terminals.
The Speaker of the State House of Assembly commended the governor for what he described as a determined effort to restore the state glory. He assured that the House will work toward the speedy passage of the 2026 budget.
Our different standing committees shall indeed raise up and apply both speed and efficiency.
Those impossibilities is making them all possible. And so it's different. It's a man with a difference.
And you also heard him say that every local government must have a major road.
This is the third budget cycle under Governor Peter Mbah's administration, where social sector will be appropriated about 50% of the budget size. Education is above 30% of it, and health with 10%. 2026 budget about 66.5% above 2025 at 1.62 trillion naira. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
Bamidele Ajayi is in Enugu on his journey on news from the state. Bamidele, very quickly because of our time, from your observation, how significant was the tone and ceremony of the budget presentation, especially with the 2026 proposal being Governor Mbah's third since taking office? What's the high point?
Yes, thank you, Ibai, for having me. The momentum behind the renewed momentum budget was loud in the sense that this is the first time that Enugu is appropriating that much and is crossing the 1 trillion naira benchmark. And this was the budget that the 2025 budget was. We had 83 to 85%, that means the performance index, and also appropriating over 30% of this budget to education. According to the governor, after completing the smart grade school, the 2 city political wards, they want to also move to secondary education to have a similar one. The smart secondary education, also into TVC and also vocational education. The governor is emphasizing the fact that governance is about developing human capital, where resources will be based in what you have, then depending on what you get from it. It is on record that this state has not borrowed one dime to fund its budget. Last year budget that you appreciated about 5%. It's also proposing about 870 billion for this budget, especially about 387 billion from FAT. The state government is developing the state in its own capacity without adding from that is borrowing from any extra, because he believes that with what he has on ground and what he has planted in the past 3 years, we're able to move the state to desired aim. The state is also procuring about 40 aircraft now to join the 3 and the additional thing. That means Enugu will now have 20 aircraft in the fleet.
That's right.
With 2,000 taxis. That will enhance that measure of transportation within. And the government believes if these indices are in place, the security,
that's right.
Some of those things investors need.
Absolutely. Right. Having a budget consideration that the IGR projection of 870 billion naira and FARC expectations of 387 billion naira, as you've said, but the devil is in the detail.